This is Thor. Yeah. Looking for a little eye contact. We just got done, in this video we're going to show you how you can teach your dog to move away from the fence instead of fence fighting. Now we can Thor a lot of treats, and he doesn't like to always chew them, so if you see him do that, he's just evidently his body's way of saying chew this first and then we'll digest it. So basically, I went through clicker training and priming the clicker with the Guardians. If you haven't used a clicker, you need to prime the clicker before you do this exercise. So I've got him on a leash just because I want a little bit of control. This is a 4-foot leash. You probably could use like a 6 or 8-foot leash for this. Back here, we have a dog that comes out, and when he comes out, they run the fence line, both dogs, and they're barking, and he's kind of screwed himself up. He's twisted an ankle, busted a nail, and some other things. And so basically, and the Guardians have noticed that when he's out here doing this, there you go, you catch a break. We've been exercising him because he needs it. That when he's in that zone, he's not going to listen. Now, that's what we call above threshold. This is sub-threshold, so he's nice and relaxed. Once the dog is above threshold, it's not going to hear you. You're not going to teach it anything. All you're going to do is get frustrated. So if your dog is fence fighting and you need to get over there, or you need it to stop, you just want to go over there, put your dog on a leash, and take it away. You might have to pull a little bit. I don't like to be forceful, but you don't want the dog to get hurt. So what we want to do is when there's not another dog out here, we want to condition the dog that leaving the fence area is rewardable. So we're going to walk a little bit closer over here. And so I've got him on a leash. I don't necessarily have to have a leash, so he's checking out the fence. Yeah, doing his business. Away. I'm just saying, is the word I'm going to use. You can say flee, run away. I like using fun words. So I'm just going to wait. We're going to kind of walk a little bit over here. Hey, Thor. So what I'm going to do is practice moving away from this fence. So he's looking at it now. Away. So I'll walk back over here so we kind of entice him. A lot of times the dog's, but again, you don't want to do it when the dog is out here because he's going to be above threshold, he's not going to hear you. So now he's kind of paying attention. Away. So all we're going to do is when he moves away from this fence, we're going to click and say the word away. Now we'd also like to develop a good solid recall command, and just center me in the shot if you could. Thank you. So basically right now he's doing his own thing. We'll let him do his thing. But basically we want to teach him to come to us. So this is an exercise I'd like you to practice quite a bit. So come out here and just walk along this fence line with him. You don't necessarily have to have him on a leash. We're doing the leash actually for a different focus game. Basically walk along the line, but you be over here and he's kind of a little bit closer to the fence. And at first, as soon as he looks at you, you click. And then hold the treat out, and that'll lure him away, and then you give him the treat. After a while, when he's going to look at you, or it might take a step, and then you click. But at first, any looks in this direction, you click, and then hold the treat out, don't go to the dog, have the dog come to you. So helping the dog practice the action of moving away from this fence, and I hear the word away, and I get a reward. At first, all the dog does is look at us, we click, and then give it the treat. After a while, the dog takes a step towards us, we click, and then we give the treat. Next time we're at the next stage would be multiple steps and get the treat. And you want to practice this part of the fence, that part of the fence, all the way up and down so that he's used to and conditioned to moving away from the fence. So that is going to take a little bit of practice. It seems super duper easy, and it is. The key is repping it a ton. Repping at different times of the day. When you have a couple minutes, one of you is watching the kid, the other one of you come out here with Thor, let him sniff around and get his sniffs in, and just kind of hang out here. And you can spike it a little bit by throwing a couple treats over there, but we really want him just to, the best way to do it is just wait for him to organically be hanging out, and every time he moves away, we reward him for doing so. Now the next thing I'm going to go over is how you can condition your dog to come to you outside automatically without even having to say anything. So I'm going to have the camera stay there. Let's say if this is the house, and the dog doesn't like to come out when he's hanging out inside. Sometimes when he's out here, he's just not listening. Not fence fighting, but just hanging out. And even if your dog doesn't do it, this is still a good exercise. So I have a treat. What I'm going to do is walk out, and let's say this is the house, and then walk out, and I'm going to walk halfway into the yard. So let's say I'm 30 paces in the yard. I have a treat, but I'm not going to show the dog I have a treat. I'm just going to wait. Eventually, the dog is going to be like, what are you up to? And walk over to me. When it does, I'm going to give it the treat and say my recall word, either come or here. Then I'm going to turn around and go back inside the house. So let's say I was at 30 paces before I got to here. Next time I come out of the house, I'm going to stop at 29 paces. And again, I'm just going to wait. I'm not enticing the dog. I'm not showing him I have a treat. I'm just waiting. But when he does come to me, I give him the treat and then say the command word. Then I go back inside. And then eventually I'm at 28, 27, 26. eventually get to the point where you just open the door and the dog runs right up to you, because every time you come outside, you have a treat and you hook me up. And it doesn't represent the end of fun. For most dogs, the recall command often represents the end of fun. I'm having a great time yelling at this dog. You asked me to come, I listened to you, and then you close the door. Now my fun is over. So listening to you equals the end of fun. We have to prove the dog through our actions that that's not the case. So first we just walk right in the middle of the yard, we have a treat, and we're just waiting. When the dog voluntarily comes, we reward them and say the command word, and each time we come out a little bit less, a little bit less. Eventually, let's say the door is right here. Eventually, I open the door, the dog runs all the way up to me, I throw the treat inside. Now at this point, I would have a different command word that means to go in the house. Call it like casa, palace, mansion, something like that. And then leave the door open and let the dog go back outside. So we're proving to the dog, just because you come to me doesn't mean the end of fun. It just means come to me and something good will happen, and then you get to continue. And then the idea with this is you keep on doing back and forth where the dog is going inside, and then eventually, sometimes when you call, you open the door, the dog automatically comes to you, you toss the treat inside, and then you do close the door because it's the end of fun time. But the dog's like, well, it's only 1% of the time. I'm happy to do that. But you have to have a very strong recall, and you also have to make sure the dog respects you and wants to listen to you, which is why we talk about rules and structure off camera. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to come out and practice. Get like about 15 treats. Just pace up and down from this fence to the wall, or this way if you were to go with the dog over here. And you're just going to basically, every time the dog looks, you're going to click, and then you're going to hold out that treat, and the dog comes to you. Away. So basically we did it with this fencing here. Now again, the key to this is when there's no dog here. Now in the short term, there's going to be times where he's going to be fence fighting here or there or wherever it is, and you're going to have to come out and get him. So come out very casually. Don't rush over to him, and don't call him, don't be yelling. I would probably have him on a collar every time he's in the backyard, or a harness, so that when he does come out, you do have the ability to attach it. Some people will actually put a harness and kind of put a bungee or something like that on the back, or a zip tie or something, so that the leash is there. So when you come to the dog, you can just grab it, and he's already got the leash attached. Once he's running, it's going to be hard to attach it. So the idea is I want you to come out here and walk back and forth this way, if you're working on this fence line. And every time he looks at you, you click, and after a while, when he takes a step towards you, you click, and then 2 steps. But each time after the click, you're holding the treat out, and he comes to you, and he's getting it. Now, first we're using this fence line. We're going to walk between this post and really there's an angle over there. Walk back and forth. After he's pretty much coming to you really right away, then we go from this post and practice across the way. Then the next one, the next one, the next one. So we're getting him to cross a longer and longer distance away from the dog that he's barking at, coming towards us. At the same time, we're practicing that recall exercise where we just walk out in the yard and wait, and when he comes to us, we give him the treat. And so it's conditioning him. This is conditioning him to come to us as well as to go away from the fence. And you shouldn't do it this way. I'm going to use this to call him. You should not do this right now. We just introduced the clicker about 20 minutes ago. So if you want to look at him, Thor. So you saw his ears go. But again, you shouldn't use this to call him. This is to indicate the precise second you did what I want. In this case, looking at me, taking 1 step, or taking multiple steps. Thor, come. And then you give him the treat after, and then say the command word immediately after that. Thor, you got to look this way so people can see you. Can we come over here? Sit. Thor, come here. There we go, buddy. This is my buddy Thor, and these are some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that likes to fence fight or doesn't like to come to you when it's out in the yard.